Question number 3 from Sazipdop Gnikek. Wow. Okay, I don't know if we now have a goblin writing in, or are you one of those weird kids from Venice, Florida that makes up their own names? Let's see, does it spell something backwards? Quecking pod piz. No. Okay, so I don't know what's going on there. His or her goblin question is, how do I find my own musical style? Well, Sazipdop, here's what I have to say. I'm surprised you even have a hard time coming up with your own style because you've come up with your own very strange name. But you'd be surprised at how easy it is to come up with your own musical style. First of all, a style is really just 2 things. You've got a set of limitations, and then you've got a set of repeated elements. You've got things you never do, and then things you do all the time. For instance, AC/DC has an identifiable style, I would say. And their limitations are, well, you might say their entire musical catalog is limitations, but no, I'm just joking. Their music is always guitar, bass, drums, and vocals. And it's always classic rock riffs in 4/4 time at this steady tempo. It's got a verse, a chorus, a bridge, an Angus Young guitar solo, and this screechy guy that sounds like an old lady. So if they were to add like Moog synthesizer solos, it would no longer be AC/DC, and their audience would be like, I don't understand what's happening right now. This isn't what was supposed to happen. You know, they'd be moving their heads in that AC/DC, AC/DC chant that they all do over every song. Do they not do that? I'm just assuming that's what is supposed to be done over all their songs. Or you take a band like Bad Religion, and there's this drum beat that almost every Bad Religion song has. And they probably have 100 songs with the same exact drum beat, and you know, you could set up without the other instruments, have the drummer play that beat, and you'd never be able to tell all their songs apart. But it works. It's their thing. So the other thing is, ask yourself specifically what you like. Like, do you like the Lydian mode? Then just use it all the time and make it your thing. Like Steve Vai has kind of made it his thing. I mean, he does a lot of different things now, but definitely I associate the Lydian mode with Steve Vai. So just find some very specific thing you like, and it can really be anything. For instance, I really like major chords and never really liked minor chords. So I just wrote a bunch of albums using almost entirely major chords, and I think it gave my music a distinct sound. So make yourself a list. Find like 3 or 5 or 10 things in music that you really like, and pick out 1 or 2 of them and see what would happen if you made them a thing you always do. But be careful though, because Lars Ulrich did that, and a guy named Josh Steffen made an entire YouTube playlist of playing covers of songs that have been what he calls Larsified. And the results are hilarious with the face making and everything. But he's definitely figured out what the Lars Ulrich thing is. So go and look him up on YouTube, and I'll also add a link in the show notes if that's okay with you. Thanks, Sazipdop Gnikek. Keep being a goblin. All right, listeners, keep those questions coming. Send anything you've got to ask@carlkingdom.com.